Now, number 5, let's talk about the multiplication principle. For any real numbers a, b, c, c is not equal to 0. A equal b is equivalent to a times c equal to b times c. This principle states that these two equations, a equal b and a times c equal b times c equation, are equivalent if you multiply both sides of this equation by the same constant c, multiplied by the same constant, okay, the c in this case. Now, this is very important. You need to know this when you solve equation, and we're going to use this a lot. Another equivalent equations that you need to know is a equal b. Same condition, okay? A, B, C's are real numbers. C is not equal to 0. This equation right here will be equivalent to the equation A equal B divided by the same constant C. Okay? Note that this constant C cannot equal 0 because anything divided by 0 is under 5. Okay? So make sure C is not 0. So let's recap. These two equations are equivalent because it multiplied by the same constant on both sides of the equation. These two equations are equivalent because it divides by the same constant on both sides of the equation. So let's start with an example. Solve using the multiplication principle. Don't forget to check. And this is the exercise number 30. We have negative x divided by 3 equal to negative 25. Now, when you see something with solve for an equation, it means solve for that variable in the equation. So we're going to solve for x. Our goal is solve for x. X equal what? This is what we're looking for. All right, let me rewrite the original equation. Here, we need to solve for x. Now, you can rewrite this left-hand side to negative 1/3 times x, okay, equal to the same right-hand side. Now, you know that this coefficient, negative 1/3, multiply the x variable. And you want to eliminate this coefficient right here, negative 1/3. What I try to say is that you try to eliminate and make this coefficient become 1. Okay, that's your goal. You're trying to change this coefficient to 1 so that 1 times x is x. That's what we're looking for. So let's think about this. The negative 1/3 times what equal 1? We're looking for this. Okay? In this case, it has to be 3. 3 times negative 1/3 is 1, right? Yes. If you want to be clear correctly, we have to put negative here. Negative 3. That will make negative times negative is positive. Okay? So now I know that to convert this coefficient to 1, I need to multiply by negative 3. Not only multiply the negative 3 on the left-hand side, I need to multiply the negative 3 on the right-hand side so that this equation right here is equivalent to the original equation. Okay, so I'm going to multiply it by -3. Okay. On both sides. Do you see that it's equivalent to this? A equal B is equivalent to A times C equal B times C. Same thing. -x divided by 3 equal -25 is equivalent to this equation times -3 on both sides. Now let's simplify. This multiply this, -3 times -1/3 is 1 times x equal to -25 times -3 is positive something. Let's multiply this. 25 times 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 5 carry 1. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. So -25 times -3 is positive 75. 1x is x equal to positive 75. So this is the solution for this equation. Again, how do we know this answer is correct? We can check. Using the same procedure, you substitute this value right here to the original equation. So I put check right here. We substitute 75 to the original equation. -75 divided by 3 equal to -25. Okay, to the original equation. Do you see that 75 go to here? Replacing x with 75. Now after I substitute that, I don't know if this equation is still true. So I have to put a question mark here. Make sure the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. 75 divided by 3 is what? Let's see. 75 divided by 3. 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract 7 minus 6 is 1. Carry 5 down. What times 3 is 15? 5. 5 times 3 is 15. So 0. So this is 25 here. So we have 75 divided by 3 is 25. Don't forget the negative. And the right-hand side is 25. Does this value 25 equal 25? Yes, true. Okay, true. Thus, we say that this value, thus, x equal to 75 is the solution of this equation.